Hi everyone. Well, it's 7:30, so I'm going to get started. Welcome to our Discover ASEA presentation tonight. Welcome to the new year. Hope it's treating you well so far. My name is Julie Watson. I'm a triple diamond with ASEA. I have been with the company for about 5.5 years now, and I started using the product first, and I did that for over a year before I started sharing it. Had some totally life-changing things happen to me, which we're going to talk about. So not only has the product changed my life, but so has the capability of sharing ASEA and having a business. So I'm just going to jump right in and talk about that. So we are going to talk about the missing link to better health tonight, but we're also going to talk about a missing link to better wealth. So ASEA Redox cell signaling supplement can be both of these things to you depending on what you need. So my background is I didn't finish high school. I left school to become a hairdresser way before I finished school. I was a hairdresser for 25 years and I owned my own businesses, and at one time I had 3 at a time. And then once my body gave in and I couldn't do that anymore, I was a real estate agent for 15 years. And I had a really good career in real estate, was one of the top real estate agents in Australia. But eventually ASEA took me away from that. And one of the reasons for that was because my husband and I had worked really hard. We had the 40-40-40 plan. We had worked for 40 hours a week. And to be honest, for me, it was more like 80 hours a week for 40 years, and to retire on what is 40% of, or what was 40% of our income. So that's the 40-40 plan that most people rely on when they have a job. So if it wasn't for ASEA, because of the circumstances beyond our control, we would have had to remain working for many years. We had worked for 40 years. We had saved, we had a lot of property. So we'd gone into real estate and we had bought a lot of property, and literally the market crashed in our town so that our properties were worth between 50% and 80% less than we paid for them. And that left us looking down the barrel at a retirement time, looking down the barrel of having to work for the next 10 to 15 years to keep our heads above water. So if it wasn't for my ASEA business, which came because of the product experience that I had, we would still be working. And also technology and automation today, they are replacing people every single day, and people don't just go into one job anymore these days. They have several jobs over their job lifetime. And people are needing to, elderly people now, or not elderly, but older people in the workforce, they're losing their jobs. They're needing to upskill. They're needing to look for another way to make some money. And of course, the coronavirus, we can't ignore that. It has just disrupted life as we know it all over the world, and billions of people's lives have been changed forever. And there are now a lot more people looking for another way to make an income. And that is why you really truly do need a plan B income, no matter what it is you do. Circumstances can change and it could be totally beyond your control, and that's what happened to us. And even when you think your job is safe, it may not be today. You just don't know. And of course, somebody sadly could get sick unexpectedly in your family who is the breadwinner, and not be able to work and bring in income. And then, what would happen to you and your family then? All of these things are the reason why you need to think about a plan B income. So before I go any further, I need to say that ASEA products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any medical condition or disease. They simply empower the body to heal naturally by adding back the redox molecules into your body that is so critical for this cell signaling process. And every cell in our body actually makes these redox molecules. But sadly, we're not making enough of them today, and it's why we need to supplement with them. And it truly can change people's health incredibly. And it is the biggest breakthrough of probably all of our lifetimes. It's the single greatest health science breakthrough of our lifetime. I don't believe that I will ever see another breakthrough bigger than this in my lifetime. So you've heard about my wealth journey with ASEA. So let's have a look at my health journey. So this is a picture of me, and it's not about this disease. at all. This was a long time ago, but it is about what this disease's treatment did to my immune system. So prior to this, I'd also had a lot of abnormal cells cut out of the outside of me on every single part of my body. And after I had the treatment for this nasty disease, my immune system was so compromised that I literally just was swamped with these abnormal cells on the outside. And, you know, this is pictures of previous ones being removed. Obviously, this is more over here as this was actually healing up. They cut more out of my forehead, and that was nearly not possible. The doctor broke the sutures several times trying to pull that together. So after that, we couldn't cut any more out of there and had to go on to different treatments. So this is just one of the treatments that I had, and I had this several times, and basically it is a cream that excites your immune system to attack abnormal cells from the inside. That's what this one does. So it only reacts where there are abnormal cells and supposedly, you know, cleans them up and gets rid of them. So I had this done several times, and it looked different every time because it was in different areas, and literally, you know, they just kept coming. And this was the last treatment that I had for abnormal cells, and it's a different treatment, but a similar thing. It's a gel or a cream that you put on the outside and put it on every day for a while, and it only reacts where it's kind of where it have abnormal cells. And you can see at that time we treated my whole face and my chest at the time. So this photo actually had me introduced to ASEA. So I love this photo as much as it looks terrible, and yes, it was painful. It was the photo that had me introduced to ASEA. So I put this photo on Facebook, and a friend reached out to me and talked to me about ASEA's Renew 28 gel, and said that I needed to try this on my skin to help me, you know, with less scarring and to heal better. And I'll be forever grateful for that phone call, because it truly did change my life in so many ways. I have not had an abnormal cell cut out of me since then, not one. So ASEA is health and anti-aging. It truly is. It's a new category of science, and for 2 decades, science had declared it was totally impossible to recreate these redox molecules that we make inside every cell to make them outside of the body and then stabilize them so that we can actually put them back into our body through supplement or through our skin with our gel. Thought to be totally impossible, but of course it is not. ASEA has done exactly that. So before we go any further, we need to talk about what ASEA Redox is not. Because we call it a supplement, people get it very confused with things like vitamins and minerals and antioxidants, maybe another alkaline water or an energy drink or a steroid. It is definitely not anything like that, and it is absolutely not a medication, and it doesn't work like a medication. ASEA Redox truly goes way beyond nutrition and ingredient, and it really does impact people's health at a depth that no other supplement has ever come close to achieving. And it truly is the missing link to better health for a lot of people who have been unwell for many years or even most of their life with things that the medical profession can't explain. Putting redox molecules back into the body really does change a lot. So it is the world's first and only redox cell signaling supplement. So why are you here? You're here because somebody wanted you to have a look and take a look at this information, because maybe you're not well. Maybe you know somebody who's not well. Maybe you have a pet who's not well. This works on people, plants, animals. It works on anything with cells. And maybe you're an athlete looking for some extra performance, because it certainly can enhance performance, and you might be looking for a business opportunity, because it is also a wonderful business opportunity. Why am I hearing about this from you? Because ASEA is shared through word of mouth. It's not the type of product that you can put on a supermarket shelf or a chemist shelf or anywhere else. It needs explanation. The only way to share a product like this at the moment, because it's so new and no one understands what redox molecules are or what they do in the body, it needs to be shared person from person, so word of mouth. And that's why the ASEA founders went down the network marketing path, because that is simply word of mouth marketing. And why hasn't my doctor told me about it? The reality is that your doctor may not know about this yet. This is how advanced this is. We've known about antioxidants for a long time, and we've also known about oxidative stress for a long time. So, and both of those have a lot to do with redox molecules, but it's only recently that people are really starting to understand how much they have to do with redox molecules. So you can see here, there is now a World Congress on oxidative stress reduction, redox homeostasis, and antioxidants. Pardon me. And it's called the World Redox Congress. It used to be called something to do with, antioxidants and oxidative stress, but now it's actually called the Redox World Congress. This has been going on for some years and is held every year. It wasn't held last year simply due to COVID, but I'm sure it will be again once it can be. And they're talking about redox medicine, innovation and targeting reactive species. And I mean, you're not going to understand that, but that is all about redox. And also, interestingly, there are universities all around the world now opening labs, redox labs, to study redox biochemistry. So that's how important it is. Pardon me. So this is our SEER founders, Bertus and Tyler Norton. They are incredible, incredible gentlemen. And I'm not going to go through the big story about the genesis of a SEER and how a SEER came to be and how we came to be what we are today, but you can look that up, and please do that at aseergenesisvideo.com, because the story is incredible. It'll show you the integrity of these people. Bertus and Tyler Norton turned down a massive offer from a pharmaceutical company to make sure that people like you and I could have access to a SEER, have access to the redox molecules that we needed. The pharmaceutical companies wanted to buy it, and they were prepared to pay next to, generational wealth for it. But these guys realized that it would not see the light of day, not how we see it today, and we would never be able to afford it. It would come out as a targeted drug for something, and forever grateful for the fact that they turned down a pharmaceutical offer to make sure that people like you and I could get it, and exactly via word of mouth. So redox signaling molecules are native to our body, and that means that they're something that we make. And if you want to have a healthy heart, then you'd better have healthy heart cells. And if you'd like to have a healthy brain, then you need to have healthy brain cells. And for me, I wanted to have healthy skin, and I needed healthy skin cells, which I now have. So every single cell in our body is full of saline solution. A lot of our body weight is actually saline solution, because every cell contains salt water. And in that salt water, there are things called mitochondria. There are a few, and some cells that need to do a lot of work, like brain and heart cells, have thousands of mitochondria. And these mitochondria are responsible, they're the energy plants. So they're responsible for making adenosine triphosphate, or exactly what gives us our energy. But they also are responsible for producing these redox signaling molecules. And there are over 19,000 peer-reviewed articles on this subject, and over 1,500 books already published on the subject as well. So redox signaling molecules are involved in virtually every major body system and function that we have. And if we weren't making them, we would not live very long. They are absolutely key to cellular rejuvenation and renewal, and they're foundational to having healthy cell signaling throughout the body. That's the important part. So with age, diet, stress, and environmental toxins, all of these nasty things, our redox is becoming imbalanced, and we have deficiencies. We don't have enough of these molecules. And of course, you begin to start to see and feel the visible signs of aging and illness. So our body is the most complex communication network on the planet, without a doubt. And when there is any breakdown in this communication whatsoever, we have a serious problem. And a good analogy is, if I have a house on fire and I have a strong cell signal, I can call the fire brigade. But what happens if I don't have a strong cell signal? Then of course I can't call the fire brigade, and the house burns down. And our bodies are having that exact same problem right now. If your cells can't signal, nothing else matters. Absolutely nothing. Nothing else matters. Redox, a SEER redox is the world's first and only redox cell signaling supplement that supplies the body back with these redox signaling molecules that we really need. And it also harnesses the power of the exact same molecules that our body uses for this critical cell signaling process that is going on every trillionth of a second. It is happening constantly in our body. So there's also some information here on a genetic study done by Tourette Laboratories in America. And in an 8-week study with ASEA redox, it was actually shown to activate 5 important gene signaling pathways by up to 31%. And that positively affect 5 major areas of health. That's huge. A 31% improvement in the signaling to certain genetic pathways. That's what this is telling you. And that is truly incredible. And it affected things like the immune system, inflammatory response, cardiovascular health, digestive health, and hormone modulation. And most of us today need areas in some of these, at least, if not all of them. And for me, I had major issues with hormone modulation, my immune system specifically as well, and a serious inflammatory response issue. And basically, over time, ASEA improved those things for me, and the things that I had connected with those went away. And it's not that ASEA healed me from any of those or treated any of those things. It treated me at a genetic and cellular level and just made my body work better. And when it works better, things get better. One of the genes they tested, just one, is called EGR1, and it actually influences another 15 additional genetic pathways. And they are things like insulin signaling. How's that? Thyroid stimulating signaling hormone, ovarian infertility genes, serotonin receptor signaling, circadian rhythm related genes, which is all to do with sleep, and much, much more. But there is an even bigger picture here, because antioxidant health is so important. The antioxidant health and the reducing of oxidative stress, all of those things come under redox. And this oxidative stress is still the #1 health risk factor that we all face today. But the NRF2 pathway, which is affected by this EGR1 gene, is absolutely critical for the production and activation of our own master antioxidants, glutathione and superoxide dismutase. And previous ASEA studies have actually shown up to an 800% increase in these powerful antioxidants. And that is another reason why ASEA can impact people's health in such a large way. Of course, it doesn't do that if you don't need it. Your body's adaptogenic, and the redox molecules in your body only do what your body needs. And so do the redox molecules in ASEA. Previous redox studies also showed that it lowered oxidized LDL and lowered oxidized DNA. And these are little critters that you really don't want running around in your system. So we also have an amazing breakthrough for athletes. ASEA redox is empowering athletes all over the world to experience improvements in endurance, in strength, recovery, and mental stamina. And because our product is made from saline solution, it doesn't contain any banned substances, and we do have even Olympic gold medalists that take this product. Mice drinking ASEA for only 7 days ran 29% further to exhaustion in a university study, and it was shown to be because the mice were burning fat for fuel. So taking the redox molecules actually switched the way they burn fat. These are some of our amazing athletes. As you can see, we have Olympic gold medal swimmers, we have Paralympic athletes, we have Ironmen, bike riders, whatever. We have golfers, lots and lots. And if you go to asea.co, you can actually check out all our athletes and what their favorite product is and what they say about ASEA. So let's have a quick listen to what medical professionals have to say about ASEA.
Inside every cell in your body, you're constantly producing negative and positive molecules called oxidants and reductants. And the contraction of that name is redox.
So with these molecules, we're amping up that communication. We're helping that cell signal.
Without these cell signaling molecules, we simply wouldn't do the gene replication that we need, the DNA sequencing that we need. These redox signaling molecules interact throughout the body with every cell that we know.
Every cell in our body needs these molecules for communication purposes. The more balanced they are, the more abundant they are, the healthier we are.
ASEA actually has the combination of the oxidants and the reductants that the body makes. So all we're doing with ASEA is enhancing what the body is already doing.
Having a product, a technology that's native to the body doesn't have to worry about detoxifying it because it knows exactly what to do with redox molecules. It's one of, if not the safest recommendation I ever make to a patient.
They found a way to stabilize them outside the body. You can actually put them back into bodies that are deficient in those molecules. That's a game changer.
To have something that at its molecular level is native to the body is nothing short of a breakthrough.
This is something that's foundational for health, for every cell. It affects every cell in our body. And not just the cells, but the very DNA within those cells. You know, we talk about the discovery of DNA as being a huge breakthrough, the discovery of penicillin. Yes, these were absolutely huge discoveries. But now we have something that actually goes even deeper.
Redox signaling molecules are like the DNA whisperer. They signal cells to be healthy. And because of age, because of medications, because of toxicity in the environment, you lose your ability to make the redox signaling molecules. So having them with ASEA simply replenishes what your body is doing natively when you were young. You know, I've been in the business for 40 years, and this is the first time that I've ever heard about the redox signaling molecules, which to me is a breakthrough of the 21st century, akin to the electric light bulb in the 20th century and maybe even the discovery of penicillin. Because your body is a redox signaling program, and to be able to replenish it on a day-to-day basis, internally and externally, is not just a breakthrough, it's a game changer.
I love how she said our bodies are, you know, redox signaling programs, because that's exactly what we are. We actually are redox signaling programs. And of course, you know, ASEA is empowering people to feel better than ever all over the world. We have ASEA Redox, which is a cell signaling supplement that you drink. And we also have the amazing Renew 28, which is now repackaged and actually has 10 mil more in each tube, which is amazing. For the same price. It's totally validated by third-party independent science, and you can look all of that up. It is heavily patented. It's why you will not find another redox signaling molecule supplement or gel on the market anywhere in the world other than with ASEA. And that makes it pretty special, I think. So let's have a quick look at the Renew Advanced range, but we're going to focus on Renew 28. So we do have a very small beauty range, and it is the best beauty range, I believe, that there is on the market for what it can do. And you've seen my skin, and I can't use anything on my skin up until this, and I can use all of these products on my skin. One of my favorites, apart from, of course, redox molecules, is the Gentle Refining Cleanser. I just love that product. It is beautiful. It's foamy cleanser. We have a really nice ultra replenishing moisturizer. We have an intensive redox serum. So it contains redox molecules as well, just more of them. And it's to put on, you know, targeting areas. And then, of course, we have our wonderful Renew 28, which is an all over body revitalizing gel. So remember, we make less of these molecules as we age, and you can see what happens to the skin. And this is what is happening to our bodies on the inside as well. They are rusting and becoming inflamed and having oxidation, which is oxidative stress. Well, that also happens on the outside, and that is why we see the visible signs of aging. By the age of 50, our cell renewal absolutely slows down to a crawl and can decrease by up to 200%. And that's huge. Young, healthy skin renews itself every 28 days, hence the name of Renew 28. So independent clinical studies on Renew 28 have actually shown amazing results. So things like a 23% increase in smoothness, a 23% improvement in overall wrinkles, 20% increase in elasticity, an improvement in skin texture, and even an increase in moisture, given it is not a moisturizer. It's not a moisturizer. 100% of the participants saw a noticeable reduction in redness and irritation and overall improvement in their tone and balance. So it's pretty incredible. Another complete different company did another clinical study. So Stevens and Associates did a study on skin blood flow analysis. And it was shown that the skin blood flow increased by 49% to the area it's applied to within 15 minutes of the first application. That's amazing if you understand what I'm saying. 49% increase in skin blood flow to the area. Imagine what that's doing for the skin. Unbelievable. And actually, if you continue to use it twice a day, after 96 hours into that study, it had actually increased to 55%. So it kept increasing up to 55%. And the benefits of increased skin blood flow go further than the skin, but of course, you know, it does cause healthy, radiant skin, an even complexion, relief from dry skin, some stretch mark reduction, decreased appearance of cellulite, reduction in appearance of surface veins, but the biggies are better circulation in the hands and feet and reduced swelling and water retention. So for as we get older, or for anyone who is not well, this stuff is really, really incredible. It's a miracle in a tube, truly. It also relieves muscle discomfort. So many people report benefits of applying Renew 28 3 times in 5 minutes to an area of discomfort that they may have on their body. So rate the discomfort, apply Renew 28, no massaging, just apply it, let it dry. You know, rub it in a little, but not like a massage, just rub it in till it's dry, and do that 3 times. And then after about 10 minutes from the last application, feel how that discomfort is. Now, 90 to 95% of people are going to have a noticeable difference. That shows you that these redox molecules are real. Nothing else can do what this product can do. Another independent clinical study done by Dermatest showed over a 12-week period, there was a close to 16% reduction in cellulite. These are untouched photos from the company. And you can see the difference in size here of the globules. Quite amazing. So these are also Renew 28 for 28 days. So we see decreases in wrinkles, in stretch marks, in cellulites, and in lots of other signs of aging, all using your natural renewal processes of your body. And this is 28 days, Renew 28, twice a day. That's all it takes. Of course, then you keep using it. Seeing is believing. You can see these pictures. These are real, untouched photos. Lines around the eyes, lines around the mouth, redness and irritation, sagging skin around the neck, forehead wrinkles, you know, all sorts of things. The scarring is amazing, what the gel can actually do for scarring. It's quite incredible. You can see the lift here around the eyes too, the hooded eyes, the lift, and the difference here in the cheeks. Just, yeah, pretty incredible. Seeing is believing. So we also have a very small range of nutritional supplements. They are incredible. They are heavily patented. They have patented technology behind them that help you absorb them properly. I can take these, and there's not too many of this type of product that I can take without it repeating on me all day and making me feel unwell. I can take all of these and not even know that I've taken anything. We have a whole food micronutrient complex in our source. We have a full spectrum probiotic with a prebiotic in our biome. LifeMax is a really great lifestyle antioxidant formula. And of course, Omega is our oil, and it's great for heart and brain health, as well as lots of other things. This product is NFR in Australia. Not sure where you're calling in from, but NFR means not for retail here. So you can, though, order this product from America once you have an ASEA account. So as long as you have an account, you can get it from Australia. So we offer complete cellular health, as you can see, from the inside, on the skin, and also from a supplemental range. We have complete cellular health. We live and die at the cellular level, and our bodies are in a constant state of breakdown and repair. So if you can imagine that you're building a house and you've plonked all the stuff you need to build a house on the land, and this is the material. If you imagine that the material for our bodies are the good, healthy food that we eat and the supplements that we take, then you need to understand that this is not what redox is. It's not material. It's actually the labor. Nothing happens with the house until the labor shows up. The same with our bodies. We need redox molecules to use all of these wonderful things. So that's why sometimes people are unwell and they do all the exercise, they do all the hard work, they take all the supplements, they eat a really clean, healthy diet, and they're still not getting better. Sometimes redox molecules are the missing link. ASEA is the only company in the world to offer the material and the labor to get the work done. So don't take my word for it. You can do your own research. If you're going to research, please don't go to Dr. Google. I can tell you right now, there'll be websites that say ASEA is nothing but expensive salt water and lots of other stuff. It's a load of rubbish. Anybody can put anything they like on Dr. Google if they want to discredit somebody. But you can go to places like Google Scholar, and Google Scholar is a place where you can't just go and post something. You can't just have a website. I have a website. I have several. I could put whatever I want on Google, but I wouldn't be able to do that on Google Scholar. So Google Scholar is a good place. You can go and type in redox signaling molecules, and you will find a lot of information about what is starting to happen with redox. And you can also go to this site, pubmed.gov, and it is the US National Library of Medicine. And it is available to the public. Of course, again, you can't post on here, but scientists and medical professionals can. And you type in redox signaling molecules, and you will find many, many, many bits of information about ASEA redox. And you're not going to understand them all, of course, but it's just showing you that redox molecules are real. So one of my favorite sayings with ASEA is, may you never know what you are preventing by keeping your cells talking, because that's what this stuff does. It really just keeps that communication between the cells happening. And it is such a huge breakthrough, and huge breakthroughs do create opportunity for the right person. Listen, you may be here because you are unwell. That's the reason I started as well. I never intended to have a business with ASEA, but because I had such life-changing things happen to me, I started to share it with the world, and now I do have an ASEA business, and thank goodness that I have. We have high impact technology that gets results. No other company in the world has it. It's totally validated by third-party independent science. Everybody needs these molecules, and virtually nobody knows about it yet. Now that is what I call an opportunity. And of course, let's have a look at major industries around the world. You know, we think that the movie industry is big. Sure, 41 billion it is. And look at video gaming, up to 108 billion. But network marketing is actually today over 200 billion. And it pays out over $2 million in commission per day. $200 million US in commission per day. So when somebody tells you that you don't make any money out of network marketing, they are very wrong, and maybe they have had a bad experience. This is our income disclosure statement, and these are our monthly average incomes. So you can see from even a low rank in our business that the monthly average can be close to $100 a week extra coming into the household, and that changes lives, absolutely changes lives. And, you know, down here at our first executive level, $2,600, $2,700 is the average. And even the low, the monthly low is $1,200. I mean, $1,200 is a lot of money. So it depends what you want to do. What would you want to do? Would you want a supplemental income? Would you want to fire your boss income? Do you need a plan B income like we did? Or are you looking for a total lifestyle change and have a lifestyle income, which is totally possible? This is not our top rank. A SEA income doesn't have a ceiling on it, in fact. So you can see here the monthly high of an ambassador diamond is close to 300,000, and that's a month. And that is not our top ranks. There we still have several to go after that. So it doesn't matter whether you want to do that or not. You can share a little with family and friends and have an extra couple of $100 a week or a month coming into your house with this business. It's up to you what you want to do, and the compensation plan will meet you wherever you are today and take you wherever you want to go. This is a SEA, and it truly is on the move. You can see we are 10 years old now. We are a tried and true company. We are in here for the long haul, and we actually doubled in size from 2017 to 2019. Over 2 years, we doubled. That is incredible. And you know what? We've grown again in 2020. So even though 2020 had, the whole world was disrupted, ASEA was still growing. And we are on point to pay $1 billion in commissions by 2025, creating strong residual incomes, either part-time, full-time, or even big time if that's what you want. We have a breakthrough technology that covers many areas. It covers the health and wellness industry. It covers the athletic performance industry. It covers the beauty and anti-aging industry. So it covers a lot. We have high impact products that get results. No one else has it. Everybody needs it, and almost no one knows about it yet. Again, that is an incredible, incredible opportunity. You can work from anywhere, and truly, I mean anywhere. These are recent photos from when we could travel. Malaysia, Mexico, Galapagos Islands, the Grand Canyon, Ireland, and a couple of these trips were with friends from the company. So, well, actually all of them were with friends from the company. And some of them were company earned, so and paid for. Amazing, truly incredible. And I worked from wherever I was. That's the beauty of this business. You can work it from anywhere in the world as long as you have a mobile phone and service. And meet some amazing people. This is Tyler Norton, our founder, with Denise and I. This is the wonderful Dr. Gary Samuelson, who actually stabilized these molecules. And this is me having dinner with Tyler Norton in Mexico. And these are some of our crazy teams. So work with people who really do become like family. The ASEA ethos is incredible. It's like no other network marketing company. And that the reason why is because of Vertus Norton and his son Tyler, because they are at the head of the company. And when Vertus started the company and didn't sell out to a pharmaceutical company, he said, we are all at the start of something big with great purpose. And right now is the moment that we begin influencing the future. We can change the world. And this man truly has been changing the world. His son is now at the head of the company because Vertus is getting on a little, but everyone involved in ASEA is determined to see us share this with the world, just for him. Imagine the ripple effect that you could have as one life that you start changing turns into many all over the world, because that is what sharing ASEA is like. You start out, sharing just in a small circle, and then they share with someone, and they share with someone, and they share with someone, and they know someone in another country. And that's what happens with this business. It can be truly life-changing. So your future is just ahead, whether it is in the business or whether it is just to improve your health or athletic performance, or even just anti-aging. Everybody should take ASEA if they can. So for more information, please get back to the person who invited you to this presentation, and we will be back next week with another expert in the house. So I'll just stop the share and say thank you very much, guys, for joining me tonight. I hope that was helpful. Yes, I hope to catch up with some of you soon if we're ever allowed to do anything again. But anyway, hey Amanda, how you going? Hey Angie, Sean, all the usuals. Hey Trace. Yeah, I didn't know I was doing this until today, so sorry that was sprung on everybody. But anyway, all good, All right, guys, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye.